We are here talking about the issue of the day, my friends. The nation is going through many changes, and one of the issues is how are we policed and how do we interact with the police. I personally believe that it's a two-way street, that it is that one cannot automatically respect either way. You have to give it first. Both sides need to give respect first. It is a very tough thing having worn a uniform. I was a Marine, active Marine. Since once a Marine, you're always a Marine. I was an active Marine at one time, and I wore a uniform, and I understand what it is like to wear one. And I also understand the beauty of wanting to get home at night. After doing good things, you want to make sure that you're home. So I understand those things, and I also understand that some parts of the community at some times can be difficult and downright dangerous. We need to put that on the floor. At the same time, the majority, I would argue the vast majority of people in any community want to live a decent life, want to live a good life, and should be treated in that fashion. So we're going to hear in a few minutes of ways, some ideas that the police department have been coming up with to grapple with these issues and to see how we can be a better society. I encourage you to raise questions, not for the sake of questions, mind you, if you have them. Questions sometimes allow another person to think a thing through. If you see a gap that they have, then you need to put it out there. You need to say, have you considered? I'm reminded of course, the book of Job, where God himself said, have you considered? And we need to do the same in that sense. We need to say, have you considered? And put it out to them to say, here's a way of doing better. Let's assume that everybody wants to do better. Let's not start with the idea that folks don't want to do better. Let's assume people want to do better, and if they do, then we have an obligation to help them do better. So I'm very glad that all of you are here, and I think that I've just about reached the end of my 2 minutes. I do want to thank this church for giving us such a lovely part of their temple. It is beautiful in here, is it not? Oh, I'll say it again. Isn't it nice again? Makes you feel like picking up the mat and grabbing a basketball. We won't do that today. We won't do that today. But let me do this and see if there are any questions, comments, or statements that I can answer. Any questions that you guys have for me? All right. And if that's the case, I will do quality control of the food to make sure that they did right by you. I will greet our captain. Believe it or not, I'm off to another affair. You guys don't allow me to sit still. God bless you all. Thank you.